Hello, this is Glenn. I'm part of the Quacera team. Today we want to bring you another Quacera update, and we'll be talking today about the dots, the big dots rule the Dow. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and it's organized here from the highest price to the lowest price. That's significant for our analysis. Originally, the Dow Jones average was calculated by summing the prices of these 30 stocks, not these 30, but the original Dow, and dividing by 30 to obtain the average. This methodology dates back to a century. Since then, various factors such as stock splits, stocks leaving, companies entering the Dow Jones average, and dividends have necessitated adjustments to the advisor. So the current divisor has been modified from its original value of 30 to 0.15172752595384. Consequently, a $1 change in the stock's price results in a greater than 1 point change in the Dow. And this is the presentation illustrates how the price movements influence the average. For instance, United Healthcare, a 1% move is $5.99. This is as of September 3rd. That adds about 39 Dow points. Where if you look at the lowest price stock, Intel here, a 1% move adds a little over 1 Dow point. And remember, the Dow is at 40,000, so it's not much. I want to take a look here at the movement just recently. The July 17th was an all-time high in the Dow, and then we had a little bit of a correction, a downturn, and August 2nd was a low, and then we had another significant return here, a correction of a correction, I guess, to a recent high at the end of August, and a little pullback here into September 3rd. We want to take a look at this and see how the components were acting during this move. So we'll take a look at the Quacera QPM Radar. On Radar, just a quick tutorial. The horizontal line is momentum. Anything to the right is positive. Anything to the left is negative momentum. The vertical line is performance. Anything above the line is outperforming the S&P 500, which is our benchmark. Anything below the line is underperforming the benchmark. In Quadrant A, it is outperforming the benchmark with positive momentum. And in Quadrant D, it's negative momentum and underperforming the benchmark. I want to take a look here at the Dow Jones components as of July 17th. We're looking at the larger dots here, which are going to have the most effect on the Dow. This is not Walmart right here. This is actually Goldman Sachs. Walmart it's a big company, but it doesn't have much effect on the Dow because it's a much lower price stock. On that particular day, Walmart just happened to be right over the symbol for Goldman Sachs. Apple was up here. Then you had the smaller price stocks, Nike and Disney. And in here, buried in here is Intel also. We'll take a look at that in a few minutes. So we hit the all-time high on the 17th, and let's take a look at the movement between the 17th and the 3rd of September. Here, the larger price stocks, they have the biggest effect on the Dow. 3M was the best performer during this period of time as far as momentum, but it doesn't have a lot of effect on the Dow because of the price. And the same way with Coca-Cola. And here's Walmart that it separated itself. The stock is performing well, but again, it has very little effect on the Dow. And way down here is Intel. We'll take a look at that just in a few minutes. So it's good to know when you're talking about the Dow, good to know what you're looking at and what's happening. If you want to try to figure out what's going on with the Dow or going to happen with the Dow, look at the high price stocks. They're the ones that are driving this. The lower price stocks they come along for the ride, but they are not drivers of the average. This is a classic example of a descent into irrelevance as far as the Dow Jones Industrial Average is concerned. You can see the dot here on January 2nd, the price of $47.80. And we'll take a look and see what's happened the rest of the year. And you can see the dot is shrinking as the year progresses. We had a little bit of a rebound, and then came into August and September. On September 3rd, this is where Intel was, $20.10. Intel could double and it would have absolutely minimal effect on the Dow Jones average. That's the problem with the average. The stocks within inside it they can be very good investments or not, but it's the large stocks, the big high-priced stocks that rule the Dow. Here's our website. We track momentum on a daily basis. You can create your own portfolio. We have about 1,300 stocks in our universe right now, with over 57 different industry groupings, and we're adding stocks each week. But you can add stocks to the portfolio. Then you can look at the composite of your portfolios, and you can see the daily momentum signals for your stocks, and then you can take a look and see where's their placement in the QPM radar, which happens to be one that's having some problems here. The other things to take a look at here is other reports. We have 57 different groupings of stocks that with their reports. We just take a look at the Dow Jones average, since that's what we're talking about today. So on September 3rd, these were the signals for the components of the Dow Jones and industrial average. You can also look at other reports, as I said, the 57 others. And then the daily news is the breadth of the market. 58% of our 1,300 stocks will have positive momentum. So look and see how this has done over the last 30 days. Somewhat of a downtrend. You haven't seen a dramatic move in this yet, but this is something to watch if the market starts to weaken.